If you find yourself hiking in central Argentina, check out the Aconcagua Provincial Park in Mendoza Province. Located in the Andes Mountains, the park draws adventurers and thrill seekers of all shapes and sizes. They can go skiing, climbing, and hiking through the stunning mountains. They just have to watch out for freak landslides. On January 24th of 2016, a group of hikers was crossing a steady stream when their guide heard something in the distance. It sounded like an airplane passing overhead, but the sky was empty. He knew exactly what that sound meant and ordered everyone to run away.
¡Guarda, guarda, 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 guarda! ¡Fuera, fuera, fuera, fuera! ¡Fuera!
Pay attention to the man in the white shirt. His name is Julian Insaurralde. He works as a guide for Aconcagua Provincial Park. As he's helping a woman cross the stream, he looks behind him and then overhead. He's looking for an airplane. That's because incoming rock slides and avalanches sound like a plane passing overhead. When he didn't see one, he knew something terrible was about to happen. The group stood there for several more minutes, waiting for a safe opportunity. The landslide eventually ended, and Julian and his team helped everyone across. One thing's for sure, these people will never see planes the same way again. June of 2021 was a bad time to be a bridge in China. Heavy rainfall during the summer caused extensive flooding across the country. In Nanping, a prefecture-level city in Fujian province, water levels in the Mayang Creek allegedly rose to record levels. Floodwaters rushed downstream, leaving a pile of debris next to a steel bridge. Trees, planks, slats, branches, you name it. It was like a beaver dam full of junk pushing against the frame. The pressure kept building, and the bridge finally snapped. The near 500-foot bridge had just gone up in 2017. It wasn't even 4 years old when the flood washed it away. On the bright side, nobody tried to cross when the foundation failed. This wasn't even the only bridge in China to fail that day either. About 2 hours north, in the village of Caoting, a pontoon bridge failed under immense flood pressure. Thankfully, nobody was hurt during either collapse. Mount Stromboli is one of 4 active volcanoes in Italy. It occupies its own island in the Tyrrhenian Sea off the north coast of Sicily. According to Greek mythology, it's home to the 3 Aeolos boys, sons of Helen, Poseidon, and Hippotes. To modern Italians, it's the lighthouse of the Mediterranean. The nickname is due to frequent nighttime eruptions that attract tourists from all around the world. On August 28th of 2019, a live webcam trained on Stromboli caught a magnificent daytime eruption. The camera's microphone was no match for Stromboli's big boom. Thankfully, the video never misses a beat. During the tourist season, Stromboli usually experiences mild explosive activity. However, in the summer of 2019, the volcano had one of the most violent eruptive episodes in the last century. Two huge eruptions, one on July 3rd and the other on August 28th, caused volcanologists to pay close attention. They were worried about two island villages only a few miles from the active crater. Out of season, the villages have less than 500 residents and visitors. During the summer, that number shoots up to 5,000. Stromboli usually puts on a safe show, but you can never be too careful with active volcanoes. Kajen is a decent-sized town in central Java, Indonesia. It's home to about 73,000 people, and it's known for its tropical rainforest-like climate. Like the rest of Southeast Asia, they're highly susceptible to heavy rainstorms and powerful winds off the Java Sea and Indian Ocean. On November 6th of 2022, a local security guard named Bang Royce stood at his post as one of those powerful storms rolled through. He worked for Bank Jateng. His job was to ensure the bank's safety against would-be robbers. There was nothing he could do about the mighty wind and relentless rain. Bang said he was just standing there when the storm picked up out of nowhere. It lasted for 15 minutes before finally subsiding. He remembers the sky staying dark once the wind calmed down. According to reports, the extreme weather damaged hundreds of homes and offices. The wind knocked over several trees, which landed on people's cars and roofs. Thankfully, nobody got hurt by any falling debris. Many did lose electricity when the grid went down. They didn't get the power back online until later that night. Sailanhot is a small city in Inner Mongolia, China. It was home to Genghis Khan's older brother during the Ming Dynasty. Today, it's home to about 250,000 people. More than half live in the urban area, while the rest reside along the rural outskirts. On June 24th of 2020, a massive tornado moved past the city. Those living in the rural districts watched it stretch down from the sky and curve like a ghost's wispy tail. It took on the classic tornado color and shape as it picked up dirt and debris. Look at how the tornado changes color and shape about halfway down. It can only pull dust so far up the column. From what we can find, the tornado didn't cause any injuries or much damage. It looks like it moved across the countryside and eventually petered out sometime later.